Have you felt different? For me, it was almost as if overnight, I went from being a 12-year-old girl, playing hopscotch with my cousins in my granny's house in St. Kitts. I went from being a 12-year-old girl to feeling as if I was carrying the whole wide world in my backpack. You know your school book bag? Oh my gosh, I felt different. Overnight, I couldn't figure out why was I feeling so strange. Who this in me body? Like my grandmother would say. And all I did was I went to the restroom, the bathroom in my house, like I did every night before I went to bed. That's all I did. Why did I do this routine, this teeth brushing routine? I learned my lesson. Because a couple of years before, when I was about 6 or 7, this high, so low, well, I went to sleep and I had forgotten to brush my teeth. I was feeling lazy. Why even bother, right? No one would know. No one knows. So while I'm in the bed and I'm dozing off, and you know when sleep is calling you and it's calling you to come sleep, but something else was calling me. You see, my mom had brought a stack of chocolate, some fancy kind of chocolate. I'm in the islands. We don't manufacture chocolate in the islands. We have sugar cane, potato, but this was chocolate, honey. And the chocolate was saying to me, after I had said my prayer, the chocolate was saying to me, "When, one piece of this?" I heard it again. Meanwhile, I'm trying to go to sleep, but the chocolate is calling me all the way from the kitchen. "When, come get a piece of this chocolate." So what did I do? Our house was maybe as big as this middle section of the room. So what I did, I waited till the house was super quiet, and I hopscotched over the creaky-rickety parts of the house and made sure I went in the kitchen for that thing that was calling me. Woo! Under the moonlight, there she was, that bowl, smiling at me, saying, "Come on and dip your hand into the nuggets, the honey pie." I could see it with the moonlight glimmering, all those golden chocolate wrapper, and I went, and I took out that chocolate and I said, "Oh yes, honey, my name is Wen." Yum, yum, yum. And I feel the chocolate coating my throat and the munchy, chunky peanut, you know those little peanut nuggets and the caramel all of a sudden twirling in my... Oh, and I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. It's like Christmas in my mouth. I'm in heaven. Ooh, and maybe on my 5th one, but just when I'm reaching in, all of a sudden, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. So I'm like, something's different now. The window wasn't open. There was no sound in the room. But man, I knew what it was. I knew it, and I didn't want to know that I knew it. So I told myself, it's a wrap. You know what this is? I slowly got the courage and I turned to the left. Meanwhile, I'm this tall, okay? I'm really low. I turned and I just kept climbing my head. 6 feet later, 10 years later, all I see are 2 white pupils looking at me. You know who that was? Who do you think? My mama! She said it. But listen, Sharon knows my mama. My mama is almost 6 feet, strong-looking woman. Everybody knows who she is. She walks with her head held high, and her head was held high, looking at me, my little self, she was looking at me like, eyes not blinking, with the kind of stare that turns you to stone. Do you know what I'm talking about? You ever had that stare? Say yes?
Yes.
And she's looking at me like, her eyes are just moving like this. And she's looking at me, and I'm up, them down here looking at her like, and I'm wobbling, and she's looking at me. I swear it's like 2 days passed by, the sun came, the moon came, it came again, and I'm like, oh, Lord. And she's looking at me, her hands are clasped like this. And I'm shaking and I'm praying, I'll never do it again. And then she moved her right hand here. And she's rubbing her chin and she's looking at me like, and I'm thinking, I'm calculating, last time I got this for punishment, that for punishment, maybe I'm gonna get this one, maybe she's gonna surprise me. Then my mother did something unexpected. She moved her finger to her lips, and I'm looking at her, not blinking. Stone, remember, I'm turned to stone. And she did this. She brushed her upper lip and put her hand here. She held something in her hand. And I'm down here looking at her. I looked at her hand, I look at her face, I look at her hand. And in the moonlight, I'm trying to grasp what I'm seeing, because I can't understand what I'm seeing. It's so weird and different. I know something has changed, and then somehow the moonlight let me see what she held in her hand. My mother was holding the top part of her teeth. She literally took them out. She did. She took them out and she said to me, looking at me, unblinking, and I'm rock stone. I'm like alabaster here. She said to me, and she couldn't articulate it because her teeth were in her hand, and I swear, I'm still thinking it's a magic trick. She said to me, and I'll say the way it sounded to me, with her teeth on her right side and her mouth on the left side, "Is this what you want? Is this what you want?" She couldn't say this because there were no teeth. So imagine that. The teeth on the bottom but none on the top. "This what you want?" And then she put them back in. She said, "Take care of what you got now or pay for them later." Say it again. Take care of what you got now or pay for them later. Say it with me.
Take care of what you have now or pay for it later.
Amen. My mother said to me, "You are privileged. You have what I never had in my family of 6 daughters. Her parents, her mother and her father raised 6 girls. She was number 7. There was actually 8. One died. She said, you have what we never had. You have the luxury of toothpaste on autopilot. You just zippity zip zip, go down the street, you get your toothpaste. You have your floss. You go to the dentist how often per year? Twice? I went to the dentist maybe once every 10 years just to get an extraction. Take care of what you have now or pay for it later. That's what she told me at 6 years old. So from that, come to Jesus. Let's just call it. That's what that was. I never skipped brushing my teeth twice per day, once in the morning, once in the night, and I always floss at least every 3rd day. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you, by the 3rd day I'm picking it back up if I didn't do it every day. She said it hurts, talking about the price that she paid. She says it hurts because my bones, where my teeth were, are missing the teeth that are no longer there. So when she puts that cap, which is what the dentures are, on her gum, the bone, it hurts. And she said, you know what? You see how my face looked when I took that off? Her whole countenance, how her face looked changed. Her high cheekbones hollowed. She said, nobody wants to talk to that version of me without the teeth. People will scorn you. People will look down at you. People will already decide who you are if they don't see something that's familiar to them. If they believe that you are different. Too different is a little too much for some people. Okay? That's what I want to share here with you. And why am I sharing this story? Because you are in a transitional stage. Different ages of your lives. And you may feel different. Here's the thing. Different is just an opportunity to learn. Yes. Different isn't bad. Look at all of us here. All the different races, all the different geographical backgrounds, ethnicity. Different isn't bad. Different is a chance for us to learn from each other. Different is a chance for us to learn from each other. So, I'm in the bathroom, brushing my teeth, because I know my mother told me that a couple of years before, She had that come to Jesus. And while I'm there, I get a pain in my stomach. Whoa, like a gut punch. And I'm trying to figure out what. So it puts me, it's so painful, it puts me on the toilet and I'm sitting. And I'm thinking in my head, what, diarrhea? I only had 3 mangoes, not 25, like a couple of weeks back when I had that diarrhea. So it shouldn't be that, and I can't figure out what it is. Why am I feeling all this cramping? I'm looking at the walls in the bathroom, I'm thinking, well, I don't think it's diarrhea, I'm not sure what it is. And then something just told me to look at the bowl of the toilet. And what do I see? Kool-Aid? Why somebody put Kool-Aid in the bowl of the toilet? But wait, Kool-Aid wasn't there when I was brushing my teeth through that pipe. This was something different. And I'm looking at Kool-Aid. I flush the toilet. No Kool-Aid coming. Regular transparent water. I look again. Kool-Aid. Who put Kool-Aid in the toilet? It's only me and my mother here. And then searching the sky, and I'm searching my brain, and I'm searching. And then just like the sun replaced the night and stood above my head, cold sweat slipping all down my neck, all my back, because the answer had come. Ah, that's what my cousin Shelley meant when she said, Auntie Mary will surprise you. That's what she meant, and I felt so different. I felt strange. I felt like I was almost not me. Usually I'm bubbly and bouncing around. I clean myself up. I go to my mom's room feeling lost, feeling scared to tell her what I saw. And I said to her one word. She's meanwhile looking at Young and the Restless or something. So she's looking at me like, girl, you know this is Young and the Restless, okay? This better be good. So she turned it off and I said one word. Period. I said it in a way that was so shameful and so like punishing myself. Period. And she looked at me again like the long distance look that she gave me a couple of years back. And she said, before you came to me, before this day, you were a girl. Today, you are a young lady. She said to me, before you came to me this day, you were a girl. Now today, you are a young lady. I need you to slow down. Be prepared, plan ahead, and take extra special care of yourself because I cannot do certain things for you. 3 things. Slow down. Plan ahead. Take extra special care of yourself because I cannot do some things for you. And then she reached into her medicine cabinet. I can see that. And my mother brought out a Jumbotron, Megatron sized Band-Aid. I have never, bigger than this whole building. And I'm thinking, wait. And she has this, that's why she used her whole hand, her whole body just to lift it up. And she said, this is a sanitary napkin. That's what we called it back home. This is a pad, whatever version you call it. This is what we use on these young lady days that you're experiencing. And these young lady days, it's normal. My mother, her mother, your cousins, your friends in the choir, the whoever is reading on the sermon, whoever is reading the whatever, everybody who is a woman, most women, they experience this. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Your cousins, your friends, your teachers, everybody endure some young lady days. There's nothing wrong with it. You may feel different. Your body will smell different. So slow down. Plan ahead. Take extra special care of yourself because I cannot do this for you. When you use the restroom, you look around where you've used the restroom. You wash your hands. When you take a shower, you slow down. In a rush, in and out. You slow down because when you do this, I'm telling you this as well, my loves. I've learned this myself and from my mother, from my cousins, from speaking to other women. When you slow down and take care of yourself, deliberately, Not just because somebody says you have to comb your hair, somebody says you have to take a shower. Oh, I don't really want to take a shower, because who would know I took a shower? You will know. Your body will know, it will tell you. And who else will know? You will know. So slow down. Be prepared. Make sure from here on out, on your young lady days or not, you have a sanitary napkin, a pad, whatever you use, in your book bag, in your purse. If some of you are started looking for summer jobs, keep it in your bag. Keep a deodorant in your bag. Why? Because you may need that, because your hormones change the way you smell. Yes, your whole body will change. Take a painkiller, because on your walk from school to home, and I am not with you, I need to know that you are taken care of, because you're helping me take care of you when I am not there. And to this day, I remember the last thing she said, it's a sermon. She said to me, you, Wen, come from a line of clean women. Clean, confident, brave women. Your grandmother, actually it's like 5 grandmother in the back, but let's just call it grandmother. Grandmother Maud used to walk from Monkey Hill. This is a part of the sink. It's all the way in the hills. And she would walk 3 miles down, head to toe, covered in white. White dress that she made from the sheets on her bed. She covered her head in a turban, a white turban. And on her white turban, she carried a basket full of food similar to what Sharon has prepared here today. And she would walk steep hill. She's walking down the hill to the little parishes in the village, selling her cakes, her bakes, food, sugar cake, little pies. And people would line that hill waiting to buy from Grandma Maud. Whether or not she was on her young lady days or not, this woman was clean. Nobody knew she was on her young lady days. People would wait to socialize, talk to her. Hi, Miss, they call her last name. Da-da-da, you have any cakes? And she's smiling, they talk to her. They're confident that this woman is clean. She takes care of herself, and I want to purchase what she has. That's what people would look at you and make conclusions about who you are based on how you secretly take care of yourself. Nobody knows if you're going to brush your teeth. I tried it. You remember that story I told you? I tried to get away with it. You can't get away with it because it stays with you. It stays with you, my loves. And whenever you're not sure, how can I figure this out? This is strange. I feel different. Remember, different isn't bad. Different is just a chance to learn. Ask. Ask someone you trust. So many people in this room love you. Sharon loves you. Your parents, a lot of people love you. Your friends are looking out for you. Even if you don't think they may be and you don't really know for sure, ask the universe, ask your God, help me, I don't know the answer. Ask. There's always somebody out there willing to help you and really care for you. I wish when I was in your shoes that I had this awareness that it's okay to ask, but the first person you should ask yourself really is yourself. What do I need? What do I need help with? And when you run out of asking and you think there is no hope, I encourage you to do this. Hum it if you don't believe it. Remember, you are never, ever, ever alone. Inside of you is an inner spirit that will guide you to the answer. And so you ask, you remember this. When you walk through a storm, keep your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on remember. Hand to your heart with me. Say with me, my loves. I am a gift.
I am a gift.
I am a blessing.
I am a blessing.
I may look different,
I may look different,
but I'm here to make a difference.
but I'm here to make
Again, I am a blessing.
I am a blessing.
I am a gift.
I am a gift.
I may look different,
I may look different,
but I am made to make a difference.
but I'm made to make a difference.
I love each and every one of you. I don't know your story. I don't know where you're from, but we are connected.